you little rascals. You didn't ask for that. I don't know why I've done that, really. Welcome back to Gunning For It with me, Dr. Benji FM, where our focus today takes a little turn towards the FA Cup. Manchester United in the semi-finals of the FA Cup before a game, a North London derby against Tottenham in our hunt for the Premier League title. We're still a little way off. Manchester United, who still have that game in hand, and Chelsea right behind us as well, are definitely a threat. But today then could be a proving day for us, beating Manchester United, beating Tottenham, 2 wins. That's all we desire, viewers. Let's make it happen. We've not played a game since, so straight into it. The team then to play Manchester United is a little rotated. It's not at our complete full strength, but Gentile will be in goal. Lashley, De Ligt, Radaby and Gibb at the back. Toma will come in. Koeman's got a little bit of fitness concerns really, so I'm not going to feature him in this one. We've got Fabrice and Hoosman in the centre. Lahida behind Svoboda and Davey. Yeah, at some point we had to drop one of these front two that I continually misperformed. So yeah, Svoboda in and starting, and in fact will be an advance forward for today's game. Let's get it then. Manchester United, we know Zaruki's going to be a danger, but does he start? The other semi-final, Aston Villa versus Manchester City. So we could have faced either the team that rejected us or our former team, but instead we get Manchester United, probably the toughest game of the 3. Elsewhere in the Premier League, Chelsea are away at Newcastle today as well. So it's all kicking off all over the place, viewers. We've got a week before our game against Tottenham as well, so fitness-wise, this is quite comfortable for us, really. And there he is, the main man, the danger man for Manchester United, Zaruki up top. We know he's the man to stop, and well, it's going to be difficult to do so this season now. 31 in 32, 7 assists, 38 and 48 in all competitions, scoring in Europe as well. But I mean, goodness me, this is going to be tough. Not many teams stop him, viewers, and I'm not sure I'm the man to do it. All right then, as the games begin, we're wearing the red, they're wearing a navy blue and black combination. And of course, the job then to get to the FA Cup final, it's not really a priority for me, but when you get to a semi-final, you're that close from getting to the Premier League, the final now, as a free kick from Zaruki goes close. Cook's going to gather as well, but we defend it well. When you're that close, it's like we should be pushing for this really now, shouldn't we? We've had quite an easy run up to now, so yeah, let's make it happen. It's at Wembley as well. Of course, it's pretty much a home game for us in terms of travel, as they've got a throw in on this side. As we cut it out, and Svoboda doesn't quite react quick enough. As you can see, their wide players could prove to be a little bit of a challenge for us as the lot races forwards. Goes for goal. If that would have gone in, that would have been outrageous. Corner, Toma plays it in, cleared away. Lahida's going to pick it up though, and has got some space to manoeuvre. Takes a touch, ball played in, and it goes relatively close actually. The keeper has to turn it behind, and another corner to us. This time to be played in by Toma once again. I've got Lahida on the edge, goes into the centre though, cleared away. Lahida and Svoboda under it. It doesn't look like this is going to come to anything, but you never say never. As we continue to keep the ball, Toma there, blocked cross, and that's probably that. Just going to keep an eye on that Newcastle-Chelsea game at the bottom there, just to see if Chelsea are held. We need them to drop points sooner rather than later. Alright, potentially the final highlight of this first half, as Lahida there looks quite ambitiously forward and doesn't really come to anything. Thompson on that side now, picking up for United, inside to Cook, who takes on his man, continues to drive forward with it. Number 24 for United now, who's got a tricky name, shoots over the bar. It's got an X in it. That's it for me. I'm done. It's got an ETX Iberia. That's, yep, I mean, people will know how to say it. I'm not one of those people. All right, at half-time, I'm going to get a little bit aggressive with them. Not a good half, actually. First half, not good at all. So hopefully that encourages them to play a bit better. We'll shout at them as well to get a little bit more creative. I want to see us do something. So far, it's been quite routine. And Davy is now playing poorly. These strikers, honestly, question everything. I might bring Dwayne Taylor on to play up front. In fact, I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to give him enough time to maybe make an impact as the complete forward, of course. As an attacking midfielder, playing as the complete forward should be to his talents, you'd hope. So let's see, will there be any change in the result? 0-0. There has to be a winner, of course, but we're 20 minutes till the end and still nothing. Our midfield are doing little to nothing. Neither team is playing very well. I'm going to demand a little more, and they seem focused after that. Let's see, can we make the breakthrough as we get towards an extra time period? But there looks like there's going to be a chance as Zaruki still on the pitch, still causing problems, links up the play from a throw-in on this near side as Lashley cuts out that though, and Svoboda now, if he can turn, if he gets tackled here, this is not good. This is not good. You've got to try and turn and find a way out. Goes back to Gentile, whose ball forward is a little rushed, if you ask me, and Gomez Lima picks it up, and United now with another chance to come forward, but De Ligt will cut it out, and Fabrice will knock it on. Svoboda now with a chance to maybe create something. Lashley helping him on that right-hand side as Arsenal push forward. Surely a goal, maybe. It's tackled very, very well. Svoboda, Fabrice, we're still putting a lot of pressure on. Will we get a shot in on goal? Toma from distance now. Hoosman, will he have it? No, go over to Gibb. It's like rugby at this point. Gibb goes for it. Saved by Salvador in the Manchester United goal, and it remains at 0-0. Great work from us, though, pushing forward as the corner from Toma to be played in from that far side. Whips it. Doesn't quite find anyone there, and Radaby will recycle it back out to Toma. Will he be able to put in a better cross this time? He goes for it. Salvador again, though, with a fantastic bit of goalkeeping. It's end to end. Not long left to go. United now maybe back in the driving seat as they come forward. Oh, it deflects, and Gentile, well, could have gone anywhere. Makes the say 4 minutes of normal time remaining as you patiently play it out here. And this is quite good football from us. Maybe a chance will be created from it. Lahida now in that playmaker role. It needs to see a little bit more from him, really. Lashley now getting forward on the right-hand side. Can he find the pivotal pass inside? It's not good. And Manchester United now with a chance to break. Zaruki's on it. And this is where we've got to panic. Radaby, though, does fantastically well and gets in there, intercepts. And the commentary has never been quicker. Lahida now, he's got Svoboda through the middle. Taylor in support. Svoboda's there and scores! Wonderful move from us. 86 minutes on the clock. Svoboda with the goal. The former Villa man that is with Arsenal, with me. Look at this, though. Beautiful stuff. Gentile, what a touch from Lahida. That is exceptional stuff from him. Taylor, the two creators combined. Svoboda, what a finish. Lashes it into that far corner. Let's go defensive. Let's try and hold on to this game. Goodness me. What a goal that was. There's a little bit of injury time. Maybe United are not done quite yet. There's about 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining as United continue to press forward. We've gone defensive. We're trying to see this out. Can we stop them from the edge of the area? Shoot, it's just wide. That might be the big chance, and it looks like an FA Cup final. Well, there we are then. We've not got there in this series yet, but with about 30 seconds left to go, this might be that time. Card to see the two creative players supply Svoboda with the goal. The other two forwards that I've been playing recently, rubbish. I might even start Taylor against Spurs up front. You never know. I mean, I do know. I'm going to, viewers. I'm saying it now. But there we are. What a result. An FA Cup final for us. Svoboda on 87 with the goal. Sensational stuff. Pasha, you say, congratulations, lads. We've all dreamt of playing in a final. Well, the end of this season might end in a little bit of happiness. Will we play, though, former club Aston Villa, or will we go on to play Manchester City? It's not been decided yet. I don't think they've played, but that's quite big as well. The team that either rejected me or my old side. I would love it to be against Villa. I've got to say, I'd love it. I think they might play later today or even on the Sunday. I suspect they play on the Sunday. As Chelsea, by the way, drop points 0-0 against Newcastle. Big for us. We've now played the same amount of games with them, and we've got a point ahead of them now. I mean, this has been so... What a great day, viewers. What a fantastic day. So far, so good. Loving this. Oh, come on. Okay, Aston Villa versus Man City is happening right now. Stoke and Liverpool have drawn 2-2. Liverpool battling for that top four spot as, oh, well, City there, dominant. Lloyd Morgan sent off, but it didn't really make much difference. City win comfortably, and that is who will face in the final then. I was going to join that, just to remind people then, I've mentioned it a few times, but we were going to go to City. I applied for that job when I left Villa, or well, still Villa manager, I should say, and I didn't get it. And Arsenal later on in the summer became available, and that's what we went for. But I've got to be honest, the City squad at the time I thought was a bigger contender. This Arsenal squad, to some degree, has proved me wrong, but we get our chance at redemption against the City boys as we play them in the final of the FA Cup, which will be an episode, probably the last episode of the week potentially. Yeah, probably the Saturday episode this week. So yeah, lovely stuff. Okay, a week's time before the North London derby, and we head to White Hart Lane. I'll see you for it then, just after this. Is it New White Hart Lane now, or just Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? I don't know what it is. When you see there, Spurs have just been mauled by Leicester, so hopefully we can have a chance to do that as well. Okay then, folks, North London derby time, and luckily for us, in a weird way, David Gibb, who's suspended, picked up an injury. So if he's ever going to get an injury, I'd prefer it to be right now. Chesney is going to come in at left back. I prefer him to Ndembe. I just think it makes more sense to play him as Guendouzi also comes back onto the bench for this one. And I mentioned it before, Dwayne Taylor is going to come in for Davey. We're going to play these two up front. Look, after what I've seen from my strikers recently, I might as well switch things around. Svoboda did the business when he came on as well, didn't he? Or played at least. So let's see then. Can we repeat what we did earlier on? Koeman finally is going to come back in for Thomas, and the team, the rest of the boys at least, remain exactly the same as we go into this game. North London derby, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I thought it was New White Hart Lane. Did they not decide on that? I'm sure there's a Spurs fan. There's probably one Spurs fan still watching this that could explain. Okay, then they've got a couple of players who still exist in real life. Kepa's there, Jonathan Tah, Skip still in this side as well. Yilmaz up front now. I've seen him a few times. I think have they bought him from someone else? Okay, maybe I saw him at Genk years ago and never went for him. But yeah, decent player for Spurs. In fact, it might have just been Tottenham when we were at Villa. I'm now thinking about it. But regardless, good striker, has to be stopped. I feel like this save is very much about the forward players. You think about Tal and Robinson at Chelsea, of course, Zaruki at Manchester United, then we've got this guy as well, Yilmaz at Spurs, who are all very, very deadly. All right, we're going to go for this big time. Got faith in them to do the business. We need the win, of course. It's great to go through in the FA Cup. Really, really exciting. But at the same time, we've got to do the business in the league. Tottenham in 7th position. We're 20 points or so better off than them. So this is a game we've really got to be winning. And, of course, we've got to put a bit of pressure back on Manchester United. As that ball forward, Yilmaz is in. And Gentile, with a fantastic stop early on, keeps it at 0-0. I think we're at that point in the season, viewers, when we can put this league table slightly higher up to the top 7, maybe. Keep Tottenham involved. And take a look then. Where am I? At the latest scores that are going on around the grounds. But actually, as it happens, none of the games affect us right now. But I do want to keep an eye on what happens maybe in the upcoming games. So we'll keep it with the latest scores around. A little bit of possession for us, though. Lashley on that far side puts a ball in towards the middle. Not quite finding Taylor. Tony Wright will pick it up, though, of course. Former Villa man. I don't really care about what he's done in the future. As Radaby, or in the past, sorry. In the future. Radaby gives it away. Yilmaz through on goal. And goodness gracious me. Zafer Yilmaz, 11th of the season. Well, if any Spurs fans are still watching this, they'll be enjoying, I'm sure, the ability for them to stop us maybe winning a Premier League title this year. Fantastic goal. Yilmaz, you think about where he's picked it up from, drives forward, and the finish, well, that is very good. Power, pace, accuracy, everything. It doesn't look like there's that much ahead of Tony Wright here as he dribbles forward. Cuts inside, though. Finds Skip and actually do really, really well to find a way out of this. Ball played back across to Yilmaz, who's already got one. Gentile doesn't let him get a second. Oh, man, I don't really... Like, this... I thought of... The question is, I'm thinking, would I take like a 2-0 win here if I could just take myself out of the FA Cup final? I might do. I don't know, it's weird. When I said it, I didn't mean the FA Cup, as Lohida is off. Well, a little bit of redemption maybe. Year's going to come on as we put Taylor back in that position, of course. And I'm actually going to change him up to an attacking midfielder on attack. I want him slightly further forward and not worrying about playmaking so much. I want him to support the guys up top. Yeah. Look, why can't I do it? Yeah, it's just isn't it? I mean, I don't know why that should be so difficult, Ben. As Spurs, though, forward again. So far, I've looked at the more dangerous side. Taylor dropping back into that creative role will maybe change things up for us a little bit. I mean, it might be the change that we need, in actual fact, but it's still Spurs. 32 minutes on the clock that drive forward and have looked the most dangerous in the game so far. Yilmaz, I expected that to go in. It's hit the post. I think he might have been offside, but regardless, they're looking very dangerous. I'm going to shout at them. I'm going to praise them, which was the wrong thing. I meant to demand more. So... they're overwhelmed by the feedback. They can't handle such praise. As our midfield and defence, we've had a few of these games. We're awful. What are we doing back there? I certainly say, show me something else in the second half. Goodness gracious me. It's so bad. I almost want to change the system, but I don't really have the players available to do it. Yeah, it's not good at all. Koeman's going to come off. He's playing well, but he's on a booking. I'm going to move Guendouzi further forward, so we just change roles a little bit. Fabrice is going to change up to a Mezzala. We're going to have two Mezzalas either side of Guendouzi, and Szczesny less attacking, a little bit more full-back based on an automatic duty. Lashley continues to push forward, though, on that side. A few little subtle changes, and with that in mind as well, we're not going to underlap, we're going to overlap and try and create a little bit more width on this pitch. Okay, let's see. Second half, 1-0 down, and so with Guendouzi coming on, hopefully he's the man to be the catalyst, at least, to turn this round. I don't want to ruin what was a really good first game with the poor one in this one. Like, this is not what we need at all. 52 minutes gone, though, and we're forward at long last. Fabrice has gone for it. Kepa with a good save. That came out of nowhere. We're on this balanced approach. We're going to go more positive. I feel like we've got to try and push for this more. In fact, we'll go from positive to attacking, as I'm going to try and drive us forward. We'll demand more now, as they are focused after that. So hopefully we see some results from it. Spurs, though, driving forward. Big chance for them. Sakone on that far side into Yilmaz. It's a massive chance, goodness me. Building from the back, Gentile finds Radaby. Is this going to be a wonderfully worked team goal? We've had a fair few of those this season. Let's see, can we get another? We're still sort of playing the diamond. The way Guendouzi sits in the middle, you can see he sort of anchors the midfield as that defensive deep line playmaker. So while it doesn't really change things too much, it does make us a little wider in those central midfield roles as Fabrice and Guendouzi here combined. It's dangerous, though. I don't really like it. Massively fantastic ball over the top. Yeah, I mean, under pressure, I can't say it. That's what I've learned. Svoboda, ball in. Corners are a waste of time. We can just do away with them as far as I'm concerned. Ball through the middle here. We're in big trouble. Yilmaz is in. Oh my goodness me. Team instructions, slightly more direct, slightly higher tempo. We need to start pushing for this. Throw in, far side. Will this be the opportunity for us? Please say it will be. Husman, loads of space for Lashley on this side. The delivery, though, has got to be good. We've got a 6'5" striker in there. We can't pick him out. Svoboda, great touch, great strike. And Svoboda does it again. Karol Svoboda, the unlikely hero of this season, gets us back on level terms. 22 minutes to go. Can we get a winner? 15 minutes left. We're still playing so poorly. Our average rating across the team, 6.65. 4. If there's going to be a winner here, it looks like it might be Spurs as they hit the bar. I can't believe they're not winning by like 4 here. I'm going to make a change, and this is bold, viewers. Yahya has come on and done nothing. He's going off. Davies going to replace him. He's come on and he's put in a 6.4. I mean, is there going to be some late drama? Maybe, just maybe, as Spurs with a throw-in. Now, a goal for either side here, and we're in all sorts of bother, really. We still play Manchester United, remember, so the fact we're level on points with them gives us a slim chance. Yilmaz, though, finds his way through. Well, the Tottenham fans that weren't happy that I'd joined Arsenal will be happier now, I imagine, as they... I mean, the fans will be loving this. It's worth noting again, remember, the beta save I'm doing for FM20 will be with Spurs. So at some point, I'll quite enjoy this scenario. But right now, I feel a bit sick. What's the point? Something we could have accepted? I don't think it is, really. They're continuing to come forward, but that'll be that. Tottenham 2, Arsenal 1. We can beat United in an FA Cup game. But when you put Tottenham in front of us in the league, we crumble. Disaster, viewers, disaster. Well, let's take a look at the league table then. How do things shape up with not too many games to go? Lahaida's going to be out for 3 weeks with a back strain. That's not ideal at all. But let's see then, how do things stand? 34 games played for us. And we now, we could end up 4 points behind Manchester United, who I should say there were beaten. That makes it so much worse. They were beaten by Man City. Chelsea play the half-5. I'm actually going to just quickly see. We're going to skip through this very briefly. I need to see what Chelsea do. If they go above us as well, that's going to make things even more tricky. They play Watford at Stamford Bridge. You'd expect them to win it, and they do win it. 1-0, tight game, and they go to the top of the table, and they've played the same amount of games as us now. 4 left to go in the league. Sunderland, Manchester City, Manchester United, and Everton. 2 of those games look very winnable. 2 of them a little trickier, and the teams in Manchester. We take 2 trips to Manchester in a chance then to still win the Premier League. United, just to remind you all of the situation right now, still play PSG in the Champions League. Lots of games building up. Villa, our old team, in there as well. And yeah, Arsenal, of course. Speaking of Chelsea, without playing United, they've got a couple of tough games left as well. Leicester and Liverpool remain for them, as well as playing Barcelona. So it could really work out for us. I want both of these teams really to go through to the semi-finals of the Champions League, so they can be a little bit more tired for the run-in. But the way things are shaping up for us, it should, in one sense, be in our favour, because we've just got to focus on this. Every Saturday, we play a game. But yeah, it's looking tougher by the second, isn't it? And I'll join you tomorrow then for more. With Love With Care from Inter. Until next time, a little bit of happiness, a little bit of sadness, combine it, and that's these videos. See you later. Goodbye.